Hello, everybody. It says I'm live. Let me make sure I got everything set and everything muted that needs muted. I see Dee's already here. Hi, Dee. Dee in North Carolina's here. Who else is going to show up tonight? I've got that muted. I do. Okay. It's me and Dee here right now. And I didn't pick this up since last night. So I'm going to work on this binding a little more while we sit here. And maybe some more of you guys will come in to chat. Hey, Milana, how are you tonight? And I see Guess Who Nancy's come in to chat. Hello, Guess Who Nancy? Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Kim. Oh, y'all are popping in. Alrighty, well, just starting. 18 of you right now. I bet we get a few more before we get very started. There's Becky. Hey, Becky. Pansy's come in too. Hey, Pansy. And I got one of them darned old knots in my thread again. I had to pull through. I do that all the time. Oh, there's Randy. Did we miss Randy? Oh, hello, Randy. Hello, Janice Miller. Sarah Stitches. Y'all are all saying hi to each other. There's Diane in Kentucky. Hey, Diane. And the link is pinned at the top to come up on the panel. I'd like to have a whole bunch of you up here with me. Y'all could just chit chat and I could work on this quilt. And Kelly, hey everyone. Let's see what Kelly says. Kelly says, sitting with a dead car battery waiting on AAA. Good to see you. Good to see you, Kelly. I hate that you're having trouble. Up and there is Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. You run your I trimmed, let's see, I'm really getting behind over it. I trimmed and started binding a crib quilt yesterday and canned some chicken. You've been busy. Hey, Kim, I run my thread through beeswax when hand sewing because of getting knots. I need to do that. And there's Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Cheryl was in Boonville visiting mom with sisters. Hi, Mary Webb. Oh, Randy's in here, Marilyn. He's waiting for you to come in. So y'all could show some love to each other. Now I laid my needle down. Where'd I lay my needle? Gotta find it. It can't be too far, can it? There it is. I decided to change that thread. I got it. Wasn't too far. Well, the ones that come on here wasn't in that path. That's horrible. That floods. It's still horrible. And I've already got my nightgown on. When I get tired here in a little bit, I'll be ready to go hop into bed. You think you could listen to me read comments all evening? Well, you type them and I'll try to read them. Okay, Kelly? How about that? And I see Linda Brookshire. Hi, Linda Brookshire. Everyone's still sewing the binding. And you're still sewing the binding? Me too, Linda. Because I haven't picked this up since last night. This is one of them nightly jobs I'm going to work on. Let's see. What did Randy say? I won't hold it against you, Cheryl. Now, Rita missing my live. That's another question. Randy, Did you have a live today? Because I've had a busy day. I don't know where my days go, but I'm telling you, they just fly by. And I don't know where the time goes, but it sure goes. At the end of the day, I don't think I've got near enough done. Are y'all's days like that? Time just seems to be flying by. Mary Webb says, hi, Linda. Hi, Linda Brookshire. Well planned, Rita. I've set the coffee pot, got my nightgown on. So when I go to yawning, y'all, that'll be a sign that I'm going to sign off of here and go to bed. Binding, I know it can be a bit slow going, is what Kelly says, and that's the truth. Oh, you had to spend it with Kim. So you and Kim was on a live, Randy. I like spending time with Kim. Time sprouts wings. It sure does. Just what Cheryl said. It sprouts wings and flies away. It sure does. Don't know where it goes. And then I picked one of the grandsons up after school. He's begging to go fishing. So I took him. I fished too. I caught the first fish, but he caught the last one. So we caught two, but we put them back in the pond. One of these days we'll catch them and clean them and cook them, but not today. So that was what I did from 4 o'clock on till he went home is what I did. Fished with him. Then I made Terry supper, which didn't make him much supper, but he ate. So yeah, we caught two, Kelly. And Cheryl, didn't get any sewing done today, but I'm knitting on my Afghan this evening. That's a nice evening job too. But I'm not a knitter or a crocheter. And I don't know. I posted the link of this live stream to my mama. So I don't know if my mama's watching or not. But I'm going to wave good night to mama. Hi, mama. And good night, mama, when you go to bed. She watched last night. Was it last night we were on? She said, I watched it for a little while last night till I just got so sleepy I had to go to bed. So mama watches us a little bit, but she don't know how to comment. So are you watching, mama? I ought to tell her, call me on the phone if you're watching, so I'll know if you see us. And let's see, there's Becky's asking if Kim has a channel, and Randy says, no, Becky, she's a slacker. And Kim just a supporter, not a creator, unless you count chaos. I sold 19 inches this morning before work. Oh, on your binding, Kit Linda? Yes, I got some pretty pre-cuts in today. Still hadn't got them put it on the store. And that I got one of those Studio 2 Accu quilt cutters, but my dies hadn't come in yet. Oh, Cheryl, that's some pretty stuff. And it was Janet Keene sent me a link to this Carpenter Star quilt. So you know what? I want to make a Carpenter Star. Have y'all ever made a Carpenter Star? That's what I want to make. And Lynn, let's see, Lynn says, I got one load of laundry done and I filmed my flower. Well, we'll have to go look at that. Oh, dear. And Kelly, where are you at? I can't remember where you're located at. But you got to wait another 20 minutes and it's getting chilly. Oh, my. But if I remember, you must be up north, but I can't remember where. It's falling off of the floor. Get it back up here. Let's see. Yes, Lynn. I saw your flower video. Well, I missed the flower video. I have to change the needle in my sewing machine and the blades on my rotary cutter. Today I paid bills and cleaned the kitchen. I'm going to pay some bills in the morning. The light bills come and the water bills come, so I need to pay them in the morning. They're good. That is a good job for Linda. And oh, there's Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. And how's Rhonda doing tonight? Let's see, Rhonda, did you serve? I don't know what Randy means. I'm missing something here. I've got to make a few stitches here. Linda's going to get ahead of me. Linda, you're going to get ahead of me if I don't work on this. You'll get your binding done first, won't she? And it was somebody else last night was working on the binding too. Who was that? I can't remember now. Oh, she was babysitting today. That's right. I remember her saying that now. Oh, Marilyn, is Randy actually trying to behave tonight? Oh, don't talk too quick, Marilyn. He'll come up with something after a while. I guess I babysitted with Thomas just a little bit. Not the little girls, but the baby boy. He's a little bit afraid to touch them fish. And so he asked me, he tells me, he said, I want to go fishing so I can get better at touching them. Rita, she started it. Say, y'all behave now. Yeah. Because she asked, Marilyn asked if her brother Randy was in here, is what she asked Randy. And I thought that was just real sweet. And I know you loved that baby and rocked it today. I'm sure you did, Rhonda. I'm getting close to this corner. But it just feels like it's going to slide off in the floor, though. I have nobody on the panel. Nobody but me. Oh, Linda Denton. Hello, Linda Denton. Are you having to go to work after a while, Linda, or are you off tonight? Get this in place here. One stitch at a time. Oh, I'll get it. It may take me a day or two. Because I don't have time just to sit and work on it all the time. So I'll get it. We'll get it, Cheryl. Oh, and Linda's off till Monday night. And Lynn says, my grandson's first fish was a few months ago. It was the biggest sucker fish I've ever seen. He named it and threw it back. That's funny. What did he name it, Lynn? Do you remember? But I bet he was excited about it. We even get excited about little fish when we catch them. And that fish that Thomas caught wasn't very big, but I was watching him, and that fish jumped up out of the water, though. and that excited him because it did a big flip flop and went pretty high up out of the water. Things in place here. I'm a going fast as I can and still make it look good. Want it to look nice. And y'all are invited to come up here to follow that StreamYard link and come up here and chat. I used to have Frances and Kathy Waits and Sheila, Sandra, but they all don't come up all the time like they used to. Seemed like that was just a few days ago, but since the way time flies, that's been several months ago too, though, hadn't it? Some more of that time flying and things are changing. Let's see. I have a picture of French name. He was upset about throwing it back. I bet he was. He probably wanted to keep it. Didn't want to throw that fish back. Yeah, I keep having to show Thomas how to hold them. And I tell him now their mouth feels like sandpaper, but they're not going to bite you. And show him where them gill things, not them gills, but them sharp pointy things. What do you call them sharp pointy things on them fish that they gig you with? Sarah's in her nightie and it's 9 o'clock. Sarah, I'm in my nightie too. Sheila, Linda Denton, Sheila's on a cruise right now. Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia. She's way up. She's on a fancy cruise. And what Randy said, Sarah, nobody's looking. Fins, that's it, them fins. Them on the top of its back, they'll get you. Do you, as y'all get older, do you forget words, little old simple words sometimes? The fins, yeah, I have to remember that. The gills is what they breathe through, ain't it? Hi, Irene. I'm turning the corner here. Going down the other side. I'm thinking I'm needing some of that beeswax on this thread. But I have some. I just don't know where it's at right at the moment. Keep my hands moving. I know. I'm not going to get no stitches made if I don't. I think my stitches are little pretty stitches, though. Your brain has to reboot. I didn't see you in here a minute ago, Janet, but I was telling them that you sent that Carpenter Star quilt picture of that quilt and the pattern. I want to make that thing. And I've got wheels a turning on what I'm going to make it out of. Let's see. Oh, there's Amanda. Hey, Amanda. All the way from warm Bama. Y'all say hi to Janet since Janet comes in. And Kim, I have fibromyalgia and it causes horrible brain fog. I search for words a lot. Some days are good and I don't sound like a dementia patient. Kim, you always sound good. And Janet says, hi, ladies. Oh, there's Shannon. Hey, Shannon. How are you tonight? Amanda in Alabama and Shannon, Louisiana. Am I right? Oh, that was pretty, and I think it would sew up pretty fast, don't you? Have you ever made one of them? He named the fish Jamal. Is that right, Jamal? Guess that is in French. Jamal. Okay, yes, yes. Shannon's from Louisiana. Let's see, Linda. When I was little, I went fishing with my grandpa. I caught a snapping turtle. We took it home, and then we got up the next morning. The turtle was gone, but I bet my parents let it go. All righty. Goodbye. No, I don't think it is, Shannon. My memory's spot on. I just deleted a comment if y'all wonder what I was looking at just when I said goodbye to somebody. So, Dave and Amanda, West Virginia. Hello, Dave and Amanda. And how are things in West Virginia? Okay, you seen it? Okay, it. I got rid of it pretty quick. I don't know if I blocked that person, so I may have to. Y'all help me watch, okay? Ouch! Ouch! Not made any years. Trying to get back to sewing. It's like I've lost confidence. Well, quit sewing for a lot of years, but I finally got back to it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad I did. And I've only been back to sewing 4 or 5 years. You'll get your confidence back. Get my needle to go where I want it to go. Yeah, I got it. Hello, Gigi Quilts. Are you doing all right tonight? Y'all say hi to Gigi. Dave and Amanda say it's good here. Today was nice and cool. We got some rain the past few days, but we need more. We have had a drought this summer. I know we're dry right now under a burn ban. Oh, I'm good, Gigi. Get that needle through there. I've made it past my corner. Got a few inches, not 19 yet, but it's a moving along. You see, yes, that was that donkey. When they tried to get it home, it went into a thicket and they didn't go in there to get it out. And so I think it's still loose. So yeah, that was the donkey. Rhonda's falling to the recliner and you can't get up. Oh, I hear you, Rhonda. Those recliners, I tell you what, they can put you to sleep. Sometimes I sleep better in the recliner than I do the bed. I did stick myself, but I don't. It's a little red spot, but it's not bleeding. But I did stick myself with the back side of the needle, not the front, not the pointy end, but the other end. And laying, we're dry. We're dry and a burn ban and fire watch again. And the leaves are starting to turn here and fall off. There's Randy singing the Rhonda song. Help, help, Rhonda can't get up. Shannon, I'm binding that Bargello. That Bargello is what it is. The Bargello heart. Oh, Marilyn got you, Randy. That little donkey that the neighbors got out. They had, well, I don't know if they've got it back yet or not, to be honest with you, but they hadn't when I took that picture, when I heard that. Oh, it's pretty bright, Shannon. Oh, you'll come up with something to get her back, I'm sure. Y'all just dig at each other all the time. The rest of us just watching to see what y'all are going to say to each other. She sure did make you go. Randy, it made Lynn laugh. That was a cute little donkey, but it's a little stud donkey. It still has his part, so I don't know if I'd want to trust the little thing or not. Marilyn, you have to hide all the mares in your house. Pansy. Sarah says, I'm trying to behave myself so I don't have to delete my comments. What fabrics did I use on my Bargello? Is that what you're asking? I used yellow and a red and a blue on this one. You can see those. And then those are the ones I used. And most of them were motive fabrics that was just in the shop. I just picked from what was in the store. Oh, you're still binding. Yeah, me too, Pansy. All right. Y'all behave. Somebody's going to get upset and get their feelings hurt. Y'all see what he wrote, don't you? Randy, be nice. Don't be a bully. How big do I make my stitches for the fastening of the binding? And I make them little bitty. They're little bitty, maybe 1/4 of an inch. They're little, just pretty small. What size do y'all make yours? You make them about 1/4 of an inch? Because you know what they say, you don't want you to get your toenails hung in them, so you got to make little stitches. And y'all heard that? And even with the quilt, when they used to hand quilt, you didn't want You didn't want big stitches because you get your toenails hung in there. Let's see. Donna. Donna's in here. Hello, Donna. All right, you think she started it? I don't know who started it. I did a sew along with someone a year ago for a free pattern and seen another person copy that pattern off and sell it for $12. Good thing I'm politically correct and behave myself. Now, yeah, I don't know what to say because that's not right to copy somebody else's pattern and then sell it. That's not right. D does small. Let's see, Cheryl. Every once in a while, I see an old lady in my apartment. I tell her to leave, but she won't go away. So I've started telling her she's so beautiful. Aw, that's sweet. Marilyn, grab a 12-pack and go. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Yes, and a blind hymn. Yes, I've heard that. Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea, ain't it? When we walk by the mirror, just tell ourselves how beautiful we are. I got this thing folded here a little higher than what I wanted. Let me push it down a little bit. Hi, hello to Donna Armstrong, who says hi. Mary Kim, Lynn, Rhonda. You've missed this? Good one. You've been without power and other stuff. But I wish somebody would not leave me up here by myself and would come up here and chat with me and chat with you guys from up here. Haven't gotten anybody, and I've been rattling on for 32 minutes. Especially when your toenails are long enough to climb a tree. Oh, wasn't there a country song about how hard it is to be humble? Yes, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way, and Donna still has no power. Yeah, and we're laughing at Janet's comment. That's and I think Donna's in South Carolina. Am I right on that, Donna? She'll have to write it. Yeah, Mike Davis did that song. Y'all remember that show Mike Davis used to have? With that, and we'd walk around the audience and they'd give him a topic and he'd have to make up a song about it. Campobello, South Carolina. I knew it was South Carolina. Thought I knew that. I know you got to come up with me soon, Lan. As soon as you get that internet going, that'll be fun, won't it? I'm looking forward to it. Far from perfect, but learn to love myself. Willie Nelson, Mike. Oh yeah, I did too. But that's been a lot of years ago, though, hadn't it? Has it been 40 years ago? About maybe. You look like well, Janet. I've done got on my nightgown ready for bed. So some of y'all could come up here and we could have a pajama party. That's what we could call it, our nightgown party. Hello, Liz Thibodeau. Willie Nelson sings that song too. Well, Donna, Wilkes County boy was talking on chat last night, wasn't he, guys? Y'all remember Wilkes being in here last night? It's a nighty party. So Wilkes is doing okay, Donna, because we've talked to him. Could be a nighty party. Had your nightgown on. Well, I didn't get dressed away up late in the day. Yeah. Telling our age, yes. Yeah. Yeah, we like to hear from everybody every so often to make sure they're all okay. Oh, Marilyn told Randy to get his nightgown on. We're calling this a nighty party. And there's not Joanna or nobody in here. I know Mary Webb's laughing at what Marilyn said. Oh, only if you do, Marilyn. Oh, dear. Make me another stitch or two. This is not going to sew itself. And hello, Melinda Hawkins. How are you this evening? I have to sit here and make everybody behave, Melinda. Old people first. Oh, hello, Rita. Did y'all? I think I did, Jane, and I deleted his comment, but I think I did. It is heavy. This is a big old quilt, Sarah. Melinda's doing fine. I have to be the referee. They're making me giggle, though, at the things. I haven't touched that tangled in several days, Donna. There's been other stuff I've had to work on. Linda didn't told Randy he'd be old someday, too. Linda didn't. He may already be old. We all, a lot of us are old. We just don't know it yet. Age catches up with us. Yep, sure does, Cheryl. And Randy got that troll taken care of. And Sarah said, today's my husband's birthday and he's asleep already. Old age. Well, happy birthday to your husband. I hope he had a happy day. And that's true too, Donna. Getting older is a blessing because there's some that don't live to get to be old. So it is a blessing. So that's true. Like Janice says, amen, Donna. That's right. And Melinda got her order. I hope you're happy with it, Melinda. About that fabric, just email. Okay. Yes, it's nice to wake up in the morning, isn't it? Love these hen parties. Oh yes, and can't forget our number one rooster in the hen house, Randy. Can you cock-a-doodle-doo? Oh, I bet he can. Hey, Misha. I'm walking now, but wanted to say hi. Oh, you're out walking. Hi, Misha. Yeah, out walking. I had to decipher that. when it changed that word on you. It's probably a nice evening for a walk, though. Tying this off and give me another piece of thread. I always dread this part. Sometimes I get it threaded real quick, and other times I don't. It's not easy walking in time. No. So you did good, Misha. Go through there. I got it. He might be too old, sure. Hey, Catherine. Hey, all about the age thing. I'm 70, soon to be 71, and I'm like Minnie Pearl, just so proud to be here. Well, hello, Catherine. Y'all welcome in Catherine again. I know you've been in here with us before. I remember because I think you're in Louisiana is where you're at. So if I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I think I'm right and I'm wrong. But Lynn, just say just some limbs in the yard and some shingles in the yard. Don't know if they are mine. I was very fortunate. They're telling you hi, Catherine. The price tag on Minnie Pearl's hat, yes. Not popped in there. Yeah, welcome to our hen party, Catherine. And one ornery rooster, Randy. And I can't get nobody to come up on the panel with me. Nobody at all. I've just begged and pleaded with them. Somebody come up here and they won't do it. Let's see. When Sarah says, when my dad played on the Grand Ole Opry, I got to see her Minnie Pearl. Sarah, you got to tell us your dad played on the Grand Ole Opry. You're going to have to tell us more. Have to tell us more about that. And Lynn loves Minnie Pearl and Misha. I'd say I'm still a chick, at least for a year or two. But I'm wanting to hear what Sarah's got to say about her dad playing on the opera. What did he play and who did he play with, Sarah? I'm curious. Okay, let's see. Yes, my dad is William Cochran, and he played with bands on the Grand Ole Opry. Well, that's something. That's something special and something to be proud of and proud of him for. What happened to Randy? I don't know. Randy, you still there? You know, Minnie Pearl was a very fine lady. She did a lot of charity work. She had a cancer center in Nashville, the Sarah Cannon Cancer Center. Wow. And you have all kinds of pictures with him on the stage. Well, that's something. That is, Misha. That's a while, isn't it? There's Randy's. That's cool, Sarah. When I was a kid, I would go to sleep to listen to them. What was it, Saturday night? The Grand Ole Opry would be on the radio on Saturday night. Am I right on that? We have a Kim's and we have a Sarah Cannon Cancer Center here in Independence, Missouri. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rearrange my work a little bit. Oh, Donna, let's see. Oh, there's the Jennifer Willis. Hi, ladies. I bought a sewing machine. Oh, congrats, Jennifer. Y'all look, Jennifer bought her a sewing machine. You'll have to sew and practice on it, Jennifer. And Donna forgot her real name. Was it Minnie Pearl? As kids, Sarah says, as kids, we had all kinds of people in our house playing all kinds of instruments. Back then, I didn't think anything of it, but now I treasure them memories. And Marilyn says, Minnie Pearl used to say that she wanted all women pallbearers because if the men couldn't take her out live, she wasn't going to let them take her out after she passes on. And yay, Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer, tell us about your sewing machine. Working on sewing straight at the moment. And if you're going to do quilts, work on that little quarter inch seam because that's important. Kissing a fellow with a beard is like going to a picnic. You don't mind going through a little brush to get there, Minnie Pearl. That's funny. Congratulations. Now you'll have to come up and show us. Yes, Jennifer? Yeah, and Donna said she was hysterical. And yes, let's see. A brother CS7205. I think I've got one. Sounds like about them same numbers. And I love my brother machine. Yeah, Sarah. Sound like Sarah had a wonderful childhood, don't it? And Lynn says, my grandpa wanted me to play at the Grand Ole Opera. I was very young, but I played the violin very well. It was my grandpa 1727 Stradivarius. I don't think I spelt that well. Oh, that's an expensive violin, ain't it? All right, let me make another stitch or two. But I tell you, this stuff is just not in the right place. Now I'm ready to go again. Wow, I know, isn't that something? Lynn's real talented too to play the violin. Hey, Charlotte, how are you tonight, Charlotte? And Sarah, my dad had a Martin D guitar. My brother has it now. Y'all say hi to Charlotte Vila. And Charlotte says she's well. And Lynn, yes, Sarah, I would have loved your childhood. Well, it don't sound like yours was too bad either, Lynn. And Melinda's asking about Carrie. Carrie don't come on this channel anymore, Melinda. Don't look like tonight like anybody's wanting to come up here with me. I've been by myself for 49 minutes tonight with nobody. Oh, and there's Mona. Melinda, me and Carrie had a little bit of a falling out, so she's not on my channel anymore. Hey, Mona. Make some stitches while y'all say hi to Mona and Charlotte. Well, we just love seeing and talking to you. Well, I sure enjoy talking to you guys. If y'all didn't chat and talk, there wouldn't be nothing to say. So I enjoy it when y'all come and talk to me. But I sure wish somebody would come up on the panel. I'm not a one-woman show. And it was funny tonight, right before it was time, the StreamYard tells you when it's time to go live. And I told my husband, I said, well, it's showtime for me. I've got to go do a show. He just kind of looks at me funny. But it does when StreamYard counts down your time to start. Then it says it's showtime. I know this quilt's huge. I'm glad it's not really as hot as it was. I wouldn't want it all here in my lap if it was hot summertime. And Becky says, remember the thumbs up for me. Give me a thumbs up. I've seen as many as 70 in here in the chat, so I need 70 thumbs up. Think I can get 70 thumbs up? I doubt it, but never know. No, I haven't. And I tell you the truth, Randy, I hope that I don't hear nothing because I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I just thought it was interesting to be asked to put in an application. So if they don't ask me to go to New Orleans, then I won't have to go. I won't have to make that decision. One woman show, I know. Daughter's married to, let's see, Alan Sheldon, very renowned banjo player. Well, bummer. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think anybody's left yet because it was just me up here. Have you? Would y'all leave because it was just me up here on the panel? Yeah, okay. I knew you was. I remembered that, Catherine. What's in New Orleans? Well, there's this cooking competition, Southern Cooks, and one of the casting guys sent me an email and talked to me on the phone. He asked me to put in my application and go to New Orleans and be in one of their TV shows competition thing with Southern Cooks. So that's what's in New Orleans. But they were taking applications all during September, and then they were going to talk some more to the applicants in October, and it was going to be November before the show started. But I don't travel, so I don't want to go. What about Sheila? Sheila's on a cruise right now. Let's see, what did Jennifer say? I told my mom about wanting to start quilting. She offered me my grandma's long arm quilting machine. Apparently it's in boxes and needs servicing, but it's really nice one. Oh, I bet you could learn. You need to take her up on that and at least try. Oh, I don't know. I can cook. I can cook plain old good Southern food, but that's about it. Nothing fancy. And no, I'm not going to be famous. My chicken and dumplings. It was that video that casting guide saw that video on them chicken and dumplings is the reason he sent me a message. And he acted like he enjoyed talking to me. I guess I just talk like an old country woman. So he just laughed and carried on with me on the phone. It was an interesting conversation. Oh, Donna's got to leave, but only because they can't charge my phone. Good night, Donna. I'll be glad when you get everything all back to order. We're just going to chit chat a few more minutes, and then I think I'm going to put this thing down and start on it another time. 9-foot table. Jennifer, you got to make a quilt and start it from start to finish, even the quilting part of it. We'll encourage you. I don't know if we can help you, but we'll encourage you. I know that chicken and dumpling video got a lot of views. That's why a lot of people found me. And who would have ever thunk it? Not me. Not in a million years. So Janice said bye to Donna. Good night and bye to Donna for now. Just for now. Make another stitch or two. And Sarah, that's how she found me too. A lot of y'all have watched that chicken and dumpling video. I've got some people that say they go back and watch it every time they make chicken and dumplings. And they watched it more than once. And I don't think I even had an actual recipe. I think I just dumped everything in there the way I do it. And I don't think I measured. And I'd get some comments, well, how much of this or how much of that? And I couldn't really tell them. And Becky, I cooked country and Cajun. I lived in Lake Charles for 13 years. I did purchasing for a culinary school and learned a lot. Oh, you're a good cook then and know a lot about food. Now, I'll use recipes, but there's sometimes just them everyday meals. You can't go look up a recipe all the time for an everyday meal. You got to get it started and get it done. I found you in your nightgown drinking coffee. I didn't say. I tell you what, I'm not going to, I don't want to say. I just have to be me. And a fancy person and being all fixed up is not me. And if I waited till everything was perfect, I'd never get a video made and y'all would never see me. You know that? You'd never see me if I had to wait till everything was perfect. Oh, really? You through Teresa Louise? I didn't know that. That's the first I'd heard of that, Kim. And Kim, was you already connected with Randy before then? Oh, Charlotte's youngest son is a master chef. Yeah, we need to go eat with Becky, don't we? Oh, and there's Marlene. Hey, Marlene. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting to see how y'all found me. I kind of just wondering what a fool I've made out of myself the last 4 or 5 years on YouTube. Because I'm going to be humble about it because I don't claim to be no expert on anything. Yes, but it was real recent before. I am old. We'll be 70 next month. Country person, what you see is what you get. That's the same way here. I'm probably, I've always been a country person, but it used to bother me more when I was younger, but it don't bother me anymore. It is what it is. I'm impressed with my YouTube stuff. Let's see, Becky got a birthday coming up. I see what Jennifer's wrote down there. Happy early birthday, Becky. I guess I didn't read that whole comment. It moved pretty fast there just a second ago, and I think I missed some of them. Every once in a while, I stumble onto a cooking video I hadn't seen. The other day, you were making fudgy buttons. Mary Webb, I still make them fudgy buttons when I'm craving something sweet. What is it? That powdered sugar, peanut butter, uh, it just, and the cocoa, and they just makes a nice little piece of candy. Because I crave sweets sometimes, and those little things are just pretty good little things. And hello, Jan, USA, Florida. Jan doing all right tonight? Kim says, I'm just me. Some like me, some don't. For the ones that don't, I figure it's their problem, not mine. Yeah. But I try to get people to like me, Kim. I want them to. I know I did read books, but I haven't had time to do any reading lately. I even got that one started, the quilt walk, and it's laying right over there. And every once in a while, I thought I want to go find out what happens in that book. And if I started reading again, would y'all listen to it? It might just be a calm, relaxing things to do. Let's see. I used to wear eye makeup and fix my hair. Here in the birch trees, I'm allergic, and the wind and the rain fizzes my hair. So here I am. Fudgy buttons, is that like the Ohio Buckeye candy that I make? It could be. It's really simple because I'm thinking it's butter, confectioner's sugar, cocoa, peanut butter, and maybe just a dash of milk. And it makes a little ball of that dough, and then you just kind of roll them into little balls. So that's just all it is. It don't make very many, but it'll sure hit the spot sometimes. Got any ice cream hid in the freezer? I don't. I'd like to have some ice cream, but I ain't got none. And Jennifer loves Buckeye candy and hadn't had them in years. I try to give people that like me. I'll always be kind to people that have been awful to me. It's how I was raised. Look who's here. Finally, somebody comes up here to talk to me.
Hi, Rita.
Hello. I've just been over here talking like a crazy woman because I don't want it to be just dead air times. Oh, and how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to work on a sewing project or not.
Well, did you have to work today? Do you work today? Yeah.
Yes. I'm off tomorrow, and my son comes to visit for 4 days, I think.
Oh, okay.
So my husband and I are very excited to see our boy.
Yeah. And where's he coming? Is he coming good distance away?
Yes, he lives in California.
Okay.
So it's 19 hours from here by car.
Okay. Bringing grandkids too?
No, he's getting married next July.
Oh, okay.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
that'll be nice.
Okay. Rhonda says, "Who is that? I don't know her." That is there. Can you see her name? You want to tell them just a little bit about yourself? Them that don't know you.
Hi, Rhonda. I can't see the chat when I'm in this steam yard, so I don't know what people are saying. But I'm semi-retired, and I'm a nurse, and I love to quilt, and I've gotten really quilt crazy lately. So I've got four block of the months that I'm working on at the same time. Nuts.
And Marlene sent a quilt, a month ago? Has it been that long? About a month ago that I quilted for her on the long arm and sent back to her. And it was Little Red Riding Hood. And I still think that was the cutest quilt.
Well, I didn't I just bought that in a box, Rita. I didn't design it. It was all put together for me, and all I had to do was put the
But even
pieces.
in the little pattern was cute too. The
Oh,
fabric, and the pattern.
that
No,
fabric was darling, absolutely
yes,
darling.
yes.
So yeah, that's fun.
And Janet on Facebook sent me a carpenter star, a pattern for the carpenter star. Have you ever made a carpenter star? Because I think I want to. It's huge. It's just the one star on the bed. It's like made with 10-inch squares. So
Rita, how do I go so I can look at what people are saying so I can talk to them?
let's see comments. Go to comments. You see the comments?
Okay. Oh, there we are. Yes.
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
okay. Yeah.
Hi, Mary Webb. Hi, Lynn. Hi, you guys. Mona, nice to see you. Or nice to see your names. Are you all quilters? Are you seamstresses? Do you like to, what kind of crafty stuff are you all into?
A lot of them craft, but a lot of them just like the chit chat and the company is what I
Okay.
think.
All right.
So we got some of both.
Hi, Kim. Well, I think I'm going to work on, let's see. I'll show you what it is. This is the block I'm going to work on tonight.
Okay, I'm going to make you big just a minute so we can see that. Okay, just
month 2, flying geese crisscross block.
Okay.
And that's from the Christmas figs.
Okay.
So
that looks a little it looks a little tedious too, don't it? With all the geese.
Look at this second one that's also due this month.
Oh my!
All those dumb little triangles, but
yes.
If you take them slowly and turn the speed down on my sewing machine, and I can get it done right.
Those are going to be just a little bit of a challenge, but like you said, you slow down, take your time.
Busy a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And have you met Lynn, Marlene? Because Lynn,
I've seen Lynn Lockhart's name, but I don't remember meeting her.
Because she's in the same state you are now. How close together y'all are, I don't know, but she's in the same state.
Lynn. I wonder, Lynn, did I meet you one time? I mean, I remember talking to somebody from Oregon.
In from all over. Let's see, Mona's leaving to go sit with her uncle. So bye, Mona.
Bye, Mona.
And Jennifer does cross stitch and crochet and is starting to learn how to sew. Yes, Jennifer just got her a sewing machine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But she has a family member that's going to give her a long arm if she wants it.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Do you have a place to put it? That's the next question.
I saw she said it had a 9-foot table, so it's going to take up a little room.
I've got a room for it, but I just don't know if I want to focus on the long arming part. I like to put the pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that it's using the long arm is fun also?
Do I? A little bit of it, but I wouldn't want to do that all the time. I don't want to do it all the time. I believe when you asked me to do that quilt, I think I told you I don't want to do it all the time, but I like to do a little bit of it.
Okay.
Because I enjoy it all, but it would bother me if there was a whole line of quilts that I was needing to quilt.
Yeah, like some people, they'll open their closet in the video and say, "Now, see, these are the ones that are waiting to be done." And I'm thinking, "Ooh, no, thank you."
Yeah, that would bother me.
I'd take the fun out of it.
Mm-hmm. And Kim says, I sew, I quilt, I do cross stitch and embroidery, and love to cook and bake. And Lynn is in.
Oh, Lynn, you're in Sublimity. Well, I know right where that's at. I drive around there all the time when I'm seeing patients for Providence.
Oh.
So
And you need to check out Lynn's channel because she's got a nice channel and does, boy, I tell you what,
mm-hmm.
she might need to be your long armor because she does some beautiful works.
Okay.
I
Lynn
mean,
Lockhart. I'm going to write it down.
not that I'm trying to get out and do anything, but I've seen her quilting on her videos, and it's beautiful. Because that's something I don't claim to be an expert at either. But and let's see, there wouldn't be the shipping if you know where she's at. So hey, I think I made y'all connection there.
Thank you, Rita. Yeah. My regular lady that did long arm was booked up through into January. So I didn't mind paying the shipping because I still came out ahead, honestly. So thank you very much, Rita.
And Lynn, you do quilting. Yeah, she says she loves long arming. Yeah, she's wrote that.
Okay.
So Jennifer said her husband would make room in the basement. I'm nervous. I want to make a lap quilt before I jump into the commitment of taking up that space. Yeah.
I agree. You gotta love this stuff.
Mm-hmm. It lives on Church Street, close to Old Church.
Well, Lynn, I'll contact you through your YouTube thing channel.
And Sarah put hers in the spare bedroom, gave the bed away. I put mine in a whole extra house.
Yeah, you had to get a second house to do it.
We used to rent that house out, and the kids lived in it. But it was just time to do it'd be my she shed.
Well, that is really super cool.
Went with my son to. Let's see. Thank you, Rita. Lynn says, thank you, Rita. You need to be a sales lady. Yes, I do. And my ladies say I'm cheap. So there you go, Marlene.
Ooh, yay, Lynn.
Yeah, she was one video. She was doing those feathers on some of that stuff, kind of freehand stuff and making it look so pretty. Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Randy says, Lynn, I get 10%. This quilt in my lap is making me warm.
Are you doing the edging?
Yeah, hand stitching the binding on it. And I'm not even halfway yet. Not yet.
Well, I finished up those the table runners that I was showing you a month ago, 2 weeks ago, and I finished up the running chickens, and I finished up the Christmas star, and I sent them all in the post to my children for their tables.
All right.
So those are all out the door.
Catherine, that's all I need is a whole other house to fill up. My husband would be so thrilled. I tell you, my home I live in and that other house is both of them are just a mess. Because I tell you, this stuff just overflows every place. I don't know how you end up with so much stuff, but I do. Then let's see, Jan. Then they entered their little quilts they made in the show in Jacksonville. My Llama Armor has a fabric store about an hour away from me, and she had classes for schoolgirls out for summer. Then they entered their little quilts they made in the show in Jacksonville. I don't know if they won anything, but that was sweet and encouraging, and for them too to do that.
That's very nice.
Sarah, I let everyone use my long arm. That's what she says about it. I let some people use mine. And Jan, I was quilting for my friend in Orange Park and another in Jacksonville. I entered a quilt there. Jennifer said, Willis, I bought the cutest fabric to make my daughter a tote bag. It's these little cats with glasses on. Still working on going straight before I take on an actual project. You got to sew straight. And if you're going to do quilts, you need to work on that 1/4 inch seam, though. That's important, too. They all need to be the same anyway. How do men end up with so many tools? We have our own tools, too. Yes, we do. Kim said, Lynn, let's see. Jan says, Lynn, let me know if you want anything. And Kim's got to go. Says, must say good night, all. It's been wonderful chatting with friends. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. So good night, Kim.
Good night, Kim.
Jennifer says, Melinda, let me tell you about men and tools. LOL. My husband has so many, but his are important. Jan says, I've watched a video of those big quilt shows and I'm not going out of my way to go to them. I am not in that class.
Well, I'm not either, but they are pretty things.
They are pretty. But it'd take me a lifetime to make some of them things, though.
I know. I wonder what people do. They must work on it constantly.
Because they're fancy. We did on Mary's quilt. I have a picture. Can't find my ribbon. Let's see. Janet's going to bed too. So Janet says, good night, ladies. I've got to put sheets on the bed. Oh, Janet, I hate that when I wash the sheets and I wash my sheets and put them back on the bed the same day. Don't fold them up. So I hate it when you go to bed that night and the sheets ain't on there.
I think you can see an extra set of sheets stacked in the back of my room there somewhere. I haven't put them away yet.
They have a whole garage. Yeah, they have a whole garage, and we just have a room. So. All them tools. Yeah, and Sarah, and you have to make the bed before you go to sleep. You do. So Lynn I have 2 ribbons that survived the flooded basement.
Hey, that flooding has been just terrible.
Yeah, oh, it's awful. Jan says her level is the local county fair. Yeah. I'm better than some and not as good as others. Kind of
I got a ribbon one year, but it was at the year that the local quilt guilds were upset with each other, and so they both boycotted it.
Oh wow.
Probably the only reason I had a chance. I think that's, I just love that story because, I'm just a beginning
Well,
quilter.
I'm curious, why were they upset with each other?
I have no idea. I've never really been involved with them, so you
Well,
know, you get a
Lynn,
group of women together, you got problems.
oh, that's true. That's true. And there's always some that have overbearing personalities, I think. Always.
Always.
And that's the kind of people I don't get along with overbearing people. They can just go do their own thing and I'll do mine. So Lynn had to iron the sheets growing up.
Rita, do you sell those alphabetties? Alphabetties? Those things that you put, you would mark your pieces with. Like I make little cards and put them in the baggie with the pieces after I've cut them.
I don't have any of them yet.
Well,
So,
I'm getting ready to maybe want to do that because I've got probably 50 little alphabet cards here that are hard to keep track of.
so I need to look into ordering some of them for people then to purchase from there from the store.
Well, if you can get a good deal on them.
If I can get a deal, yeah. But I don't have any right now.
Okay. What do you do when you cut out pieces? How do you mark them and keep track of them? Like, see, I've got cards that I put alphabets on, and then I have ones that numbers on, and
Like you just scribble on a piece of paper and pin it on there, lay it on the pile. And I'm pretty unorganized, so
I do it with Ziploc bags and those little markers. That way I can have more than one thing cut out and I don't mess them up. So far.
Sarah says she makes her own, and I put blue painter's tape on the end of my needles and write on them.
Ooh, now that's a good idea.
And then Jan, you need little clips to clip them to the fabric. That work too. But if you put them in the baggies, that kind of keeping them together too.
It really keeps them in where I can find them.
Becky says, since I live alone, I now have a table for cutting and ironing, and my sewing machine is on my kitchen table.
Nice.
Yeah, so I sew in the kitchen. Then if I have the kids come to eat, I have to put everything up, or I carry it in one of the extra bedrooms and lay it down on the floor of the bed. And then when I get ready, I have to bring it back in here. So.
Well, in our room, I have my sewing department is in our room, so this is the biggest room in the house, and so it's the best one to accommodate it, along with our regular bed. So, but I could go upstairs, but when the kids all grew up and moved away, I don't even heat the upstairs. What for? It's a whole nother family room and bathrooms and bedrooms, and the only time I use them is at Christmas when people come to stay.
Yeah. Jan says, so sorry about Lynn, about your flooding. And Becky says, I'm going to bed now. I have my popcorn ready, some chocolate, and a Diet Coke.
Yay.
So good night to Becky. Let's see. Jan says lots of Florida coastal people are still cleaning up. The dumps are so full. They are just piling things up on the street.
That's so sad. I was watching on YouTube that they were rescuing horses out of a stable that the horses were standing in water up past their bellies.
Oh,
And they had to stay in their stalls. They couldn't get out. And the
yeah.
water kept rising.
Uh,
That would be scary.
yeah. That whole thing was scary. When is the next hen party? Is there a schedule? Jennifer, I don't have a schedule. I try to do them often, but I don't make no promises. Tomorrow night would be a good night. A Friday night hen party would be good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Becky went to the dollar store and got the number beads, ran it on a long pin, and put an earring on the back to hold them, and it works great.
Oh, say that again. When they got the number beads, ran it on a long pin, and put an earring back to hold them on. Works great. Now that's interesting. An earring back, run it up from the base of the pin. Okay. That's a great idea. Charlotte, what do you mean? I use the long arm for quilt after the quilt is stitched. Are you still here, Charlotte?
Hello, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph.
What fabric do you use for your design board? I've got one of them cheap tablecloths is what mine is. But I heard that that quilt bat would work too, and that's bigger, it'd be bigger than a tablecloth, and it would cover a bigger spot on the wall, wouldn't it? If you just So I'm thinking about trying that on another wall someplace else, and it would be the whole size of the quilt almost. Because sometimes the tablecloth's too short or not wide enough. Yeah, like Jan says, you can use any flannel fabric for design boards. Got the cheap earrings back from Amazon for $5 or $6 is where Becky got the earring backs. Or with you guys that wear earrings, though, could you not just snatch some off of some old pairs you didn't wear often, though? Maybe. Oh, Charlotte said, yes, I'm here dozing off.
Well, it's quite a bit later there for you ladies.
It is, yeah. It's a little after 9 here. What do you got? A little after 7?
Yeah, bedtime.
Oh.
My husband
I'm kind of getting tired myself. But
My husband said, "Now, what are we going to do tonight?" I said, "I think I'm going to go to bed." And he says, "Oh, okay."
yeah, I know some people here in my area. Well, my mom and my sister both about 7 o'clock. They're in bed. But
Well,
but not me. That's a little too early. I mean, I don't stay up late, but that's too early to go to bed.
well, I don't do that every night, but sometimes I do.
Let's see, you can eat. Becky says you can use corsage pins too if you want to for those. Melinda says it's after 10 where she is. And hey, Katie Crafts. Let's see. She says I use rubber plastic earring backs for my pens. Super cheap and easy to make. Gave them to my quilting friends for Christmas last year in a pretty pin cushion.
Neato.
Yeah, they're saying hi to Katie now because I didn't know Katie Crafts was in here till now. Charlotte tells Jan, I love Ocala. Our aunt did live on top of the world. I don't know nothing about Florida. Y'all are out of my neck of the woods. Oh, Katie was lurking while she's doing laundry. And let's see, it was Janet that had to go put the sheets on her bed, wasn't it? Jan says there are thousands of people live near here. One of my first cousins who didn't quite get that finished. First cousins who was laid off from an IT job just moved to Ocala. He is really enjoying it. He lived and worked in Rochester, Minnesota. That reminds Jennifer, she got to go put the wash in the dryer. Hope it's not your sheets, Jennifer. Or maybe you have another set. We all have more than one set, but I just don't like to fold them. I'd rather wash them and stick them back on the bed. Wash them, dry them, and back on the bed. I just poked myself again. I think it's gonna bleed this time.
It's going to make a mess on your stuff.
Not going to. I'm gonna make it stop before I. Ian tells Jan she's in the path of everything. And Katie, my mountain of laundry that needs to be folded is getting too big. Going to be my Saturday project. Y'all all sound like me. I never get anything completely done, laundry or anything. And my first cousin is about 10 years younger than I am, and I didn't even know he existed until he sent me an email. and he was your first cousin. That's a pretty close cousin to not know anything about him.
Yeah.
And you're older. You should have known. You should have been the one to know, Jan. And he has 7 brothers and sisters I never even knew about until recently. Wow. And and Charlotte thought that you meant you pieced the quilt on the long arm. No, she pieced Charlotte. She pieced it and she sent it to me, and I quilted it on the long arm for her, and then sent it back to her.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Lynn has 2 cousins somewhere by Miami, but never kept in touch. Jan says it was my dad's youngest brother, and he spent career in the military, so they moved all over, and they lived in Alaska, so we never visited them. So long way from Alaska to Florida. Well, Marlene, I hate to tell you this,
Are you getting tired?
but Rita's tired.
Okay, that's okay. It was good to see you all.
Oh well, we gotta say hi to Rachel first, though.
Okay.
Hi, Rita. How are you? Did you finish binding your quilt yet? I'm finishing my binding on my quilt by hand. Rachel is in Australia. Am I right, Rachel? Australia. And I'm still working on it. I'm not halfway done yet. Oh, so
That'd be wonderful for us to all come and invade you, Rachel, and visit.
do we get an invitation, Rachel, to come see you?
Don't worry, I think you're pretty safe.
Oh yeah, and I'm not a traveler anyway. I don't hardly ever leave the farm even. So,
Well, Rita, did you decide to go do that cooking
well,
thing?
now I haven't been officially invited yet. That guy just wanted me to turn in the application, and I did. And they took applications all during October. I mean, no, September, and they were going to review them in October. And I've not heard anything else, but it is just October the 3rd. So, but I was telling them earlier, I really hope they don't ask me to go, because I would want to go, but then I wouldn't want to go. So if I don't get asked, I ain't got to worry about it, right? So.
Yeah, but I was thinking that'd be a wonderful road trip with you and your sister.
Well, kinda. Like I said, if they do ask us to go, I probably will, because I would hate to turn something down like that. But if they don't, it's okay, because I'm good. So I just stay home and do what I do every day. So, but I was, that fella saw me on that chicken and dumpling video, and I guess he thought I was a cute old lady. So.
Well, you are. You're a cute old lady. I mean.
And it was for Southern Cook, so, and it's a competition, we'd be competing against some other people. So anyway, we'll see. It'd be awful stressful for me. I know it would be. So. Those dumplings deserve to be known. Was you here when everybody was telling how that's how they come to my channel, was through that chicken and dumpling video? A lot of them, not all of them, but a bunch.
I heard you talking about that. Yeah.
Oh, y'all should come to the roast. Yeah, you'll come to my place. You'd have to bring a tent and a camper. I wouldn't have a place for everybody to sleep.
Well, how many people do we usually have on these talks? 200 or 300, 400?
Oh no. There've been about 60 tonight. And I've had as many as 100, but no more than that ever come in.
Don't you have tons of subscribers to your Rita's Roost?
I have a lot of subscribers, but maybe they've subscribed all through the years, and they're not there now. Maybe
Oh,
they're
okay.
still subscribed, but active subscribers. If you know, there's enough. I never. This is more than I ever expected for a YouTube channel and what I do now. So
Are you
so
getting any more stuff for your store?
oh yeah, I got a box of pre-cuts today from Moda. What was it? Hollyhocks and Roses. That's a beautiful one.
Ooh.
And some of that Cali and Country from Cali Company from Corey Yoder. There was a couple more. The name slipped my mind now, but yeah,
Did you already do a quilted chicken presentation on it?
I did. I did this. Yeah.
I'll have to go look for that.
And I ordered me one of those cutters, those AccuQuilt cutters. I got the Studio 2, and it came today. But I ordered a bunch of dies, and the dies didn't come, just the cutter.
So you can't do anything yet.
So I can't do a thing with it yet. And that thing's heavy, but you put it in there and it turn it, and it cuts those squares and blocks. I'm kind of anxious to see what it'll do, but I've got to wait a few more days.
Well, I've got a little Go, one of the smallest one they make, and I bought the die to make a flying geese.
Uh-huh.
And I have to admit, when that die cuts them, they do go together without the distortion that I get when I'm doing it myself.
Okay.
Because they go together, and you don't have to cut them. You don't have to reshape them every time to make them fit the parameters.
Yeah, I ordered $300-400 worth of dies, but they didn't come. I ordered the one for the 2.5 strip and the 2.5 squares, and maybe a 3 and a 4 inch. Some of the basic sizes. But
Hey, Lynn, we should go to the Roost, right? So I think we got a road trip coming. A very, very long road trip.
oh, yeah. Lynn said there was 72 tonight. I knew we had 70 something peak tonight, but they don't. They come in and they go off and do something else and come back in. Yeah, that Hollyhocks and Roses was pretty, Melinda. I like that one. I really did. But
Well, I'm
that
gonna have to
Callie
go.
and that Corey Yoder one was pretty too, though.
I like the Corey Yoder stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
You should
Well,
get one of the Stripology rulers. They work great too. I did get one of them, but I don't. I'm not good with getting my little ruler in there, my cutter in them little grooves to cut it. Anyway, I it was my September was my anniversary, and I told my husband I wanted that cutter for my anniversary. So he said, "Well, get it. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and happy anniversary."
well, Rita, I think we need to say goodnight to Marilyn. She's at a retreat and she's waving goodbye to us.
Oh, good night, Marilyn. All right. I'm leaving too. We'll meet up again, another hen party probably tomorrow night.
Okay, I'll look for you.
Okay. Good
Bye,
night, everybody.
everyone.
Thank you for coming up here and visiting with me, Marlene. So
You're welcome.
nobody else won tonight.
Well, basically we're all chickens. That's it. See you next
All right,
time.
we'll
Bye-bye.
see you next time. Bye, y'all. Good night. Thanks for coming by and visiting with us. Bye. I'm going to end the stream.